Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Fokas of Fokas Beyond, education for investing wisely.
Yassas and good evening, I'm Anna Savo and this is Meraki TV, brought to you by George Fokas of Fokas Beyond, education for investing wisely. Tonight I meet up with the man himself, George Fokas, and chat mindsets, education and what it takes to live your dream life. Noula pops in to give us some Mezedakia. There's Did You Know? Yianna shares her adventures through Croatia. Helen whips up Baklava with a chocolatey centre, and there's a musical surprise from George's Koutoukia. But right now, John Procopiadis has been prominent in public service in Sydney as well as the Greek community for many, many years. But his latest achievement is one very close to his heart, the heritage listing of the iconic church of Agia Sofia in Paddington. Maria Koklastu reports.
An incredible achievement to make our church, Agia Sofia Cathedral, part of the heritage listing. John, how has this come about?
I would say back 10 years when a very, very close friend who's since passed away, Jack Kalpis, I was in council at the time, and he started me to get interested in having a yet the other heritage listed.
John, tell us a little bit about the history of this church. It's been around, part of the Greek community for at least 90 years.
Yes. The property, which is the corner of South Dowling Street and Napier Street, were a row of terrace houses. They were bought by the Uniting Church. It was sold to a private person who turned it into built a boarding house there, and from a boarding house it went to the Jewish community where it was the Central Jewish Synagogue. They then offloaded it, and the Hellenic Club Limited purchased that property on the corner there.
What year are we talking about?
We're talking at about 1925-26. Hellenic Club decided that a cathedral was needed. They started the process, and it was then handed to the Greek Orthodox community of New South Wales, Sydney and New South Wales, and they finished the building. From what I can understand also, there are only 3 churches in the world that have the dome and are called the Cathedral of God's Holy Wisdom. Katharikos Naos Agia Sofia του Θεού. Constantinople is one, the second one's in London, I believe, and the third one is in South Dowling Street, Paddington.
So,
Absolutely.
John, why were you so passionate about making our church heritage listed?
I'm passionate about it because it's our history. It's something that not only for myself, but for my children, my grandchildren, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews, that this is significant because we Greeks have contributed to what Australia is today.
John, thank you very much for making us proud to be Greek.
Thanks very much, Maria.
We've all met Noula and recognise her for the amazing artist she is. Her work, though, entails more than just art. As part of her contributions to Meraki TV, Noula has also developed a series of short personal development segments designed to push us along in our journey, making us more aware and, more importantly, more joyful. I am so excited to introduce her brand new segment, Mezedakia.
Γεια σας παιδιά. Today I bring you your new teacher, Mr. Ruiz from South America, who's written this particular book called The Four Agreements. Look how skinny it is. Really won't take you a long time to read, but it'll probably take you the rest of your life to put any one of these agreements in place. And why do I want to introduce the four agreements for you? Because there is a better version of yourself waiting to be discovered. Let's start. The first one, be impeccable with your word. No kutsobolya. Number 2, don't take anything personally. I know what you're thinking. I'm Greek. Everything's personal. Number 3, don't make assumptions. When we make assumptions, how come they're always bad? You're making them up. They're not the truth. They're bad. So make them up, make up good ones, and choose these ones. That's it. Number 4, always do your best. I love this, because if you can honestly, mindfully recognize that you have done your best in every situation, no guilt trip. So go grab this book if you can. Filakia.
Did you know that one of the world's most significant petrified forests is in Greece? The Petrified Forest of Lesvos is one of the finest and rarest monuments of geological heritage in the world. The island's petrified forest is a fossilized ecosystem created more than 20 million years ago, when volcanic materials covered and petrified the forest that was covering the area at that time. The protected area of the forest covers an area of 150 square kilometres, surrounded by the villages of Sigri, Skala Eresou, Eresos and Andisa. The Greek state, recognising the great environmental and geological value of the forest, declared the area a protected natural monument. The first references for the Lesbos petrified forest date back to the 19th century. Scientists who study the petrified forest are amazed not just by its uniqueness and its great scientific value, but also by its excellent condition to this day. Today, the natural erosion of volcanic rocks reveals impressive standing and laying tree trunks, with a length of more than 20 metres and with a diameter of up to 3 metres. In recent years, findings of particular scientific importance were brought to light due to the systematic excavations that are being carried out in the area by the Natural History Museum of Lesbos. The Museum of the Lesbos Petrified Forest was established in 1994 in order to study, research and protect this invaluable testimonial of life in the distant past. The petrified forest is also of important international significance. In the year 2000, the forest became a founding member of the European Geoparks Network. In 2001, the museum was awarded the Eurosite Management Award for its effective management of the petrified forest, and in 2004, the Petrified Forest of Lesvos was inducted into the Global Geopark Network of UNESCO.
It's time for an income breakthrough. To free yourself from working for money, have your money work for you. George Fokas of Fokas Beyond will show you step by step how to generate income from the share market irrespective of if it goes up or down. Access resources that do the hard work for you and devote no more than 60 minutes a month so you can enjoy financial freedom and time with family. To change your life forever, go to focusbeyond.com now. Erimia Home Care Services. It's so difficult asking for help. Take the stress out and enjoy precious time because there's no place like home. erimia.com.au. Whether it's Melbourne, Darwin, Queensland, something exotic or just perfect Greece, call Mega Travel 9824 2427. scjewellery.com, specialising in evil eye jewellery and pieces full of fun that are distinct, unique and you. scjewellery.com. SC is you.
You all hear me mention his name every week. George Fokas of Fokas Beyond. George is an extraordinary man whose core values of family and living better pushed him to unearth the financial secrets of the big guys and, like an educational Robin Hood, pass that knowledge on to all who wish to know. I was very grateful for a few minutes of his time last week to chat Greek summer, mindset and setting yourself free. George Fokas, welcome back to Meraki TV.
Thank you for having me, Yianna.
Oh, thanks for being here. I hear you've just come back from 10 weeks on the Mediterranean.
Yes, I do that every year with the family. It's important to take a bit of a break and spend some family time.
Well, you look very relaxed.
Thank you. I am. I feel it.
Tell us, how do you manage to do 10 weeks per year on the Mediterranean? I mean, that's something that a lot of us dream about but don't know how to make happen.
Yeah, look, it's important to understand that there's ways to have money work for you as opposed to you working for money. And as I explained in the past, it's all about the actions that we take in life. You know, most people want to go down the path of working for their money and in a job, and unfortunately we all know that that's not going to give us the lifestyle that we all dream of. So it's about thinking outside the square, but most people won't think outside the square purely because of fear or other people's opinions or what they've been told, and that really holds a lot of people back and doesn't allow them to push boundaries to achieve success.
Is it something that's attainable to people without capital, without, lots of resources? Is it really achievable for everybody?
Look, everything's achievable. It's what you need to understand is, with regards to the strategy that I've been implementing for 16 years and the strategy that I've been teaching now for 11, it is about, understanding how money works and valuing money. But see, most people look at money as the root of all evil. And look, there are other people out there who love money, but money is neutral. Money has no emotion. So what we need to understand is, how do we make it work for us, and getting it working for us in a way that we can then, grow as people. It's not about materialistic stuff. It's about living those dreams, and especially looking back at our parents and how our parents lived and how they provided for the family. We need to change that.
Well, to find out more about this system, can we just flash back to when you showed us exactly what your system entails?
Now, let's say I buy this stock at $20 just purely for some round figures. Once I've bought that stock, I immediately go into the market and create a contract against this stock. The contract that I create has a specific price of $20, and this is what we call a strike price. Now, this contract says I'm agreeing now to sell the stock to somebody else that I've just bought within a month's time at the agreed price, and let's call the agreed price $20. Please understand, this is not a capital gain strategy, this is an income strategy. Because the person who's now bought my contract in the market has paid me a return on my investment of $1.20 up front in my account, irrespective of whether that stock's going to go up or down today, tomorrow, this week or this month. Therefore, folks, I've outlaid money to buy a stock, not because I love it, not because I believe it's going to go up, because it's going to earn me a return on investment. If I outlay 20 and I get $1.20 back into my account from day one, that stock's cost me $18.80 on a stock that's trading on the markets at $20. Now, this contract that we create is very specific. It says two things at the end of the month. It says the person who's holding the contract, who's just paid us $1.20, they believe this stock by the end of the month is going to go up. That's them gambling and speculating. Let them. But for these people to play that market, someone needs to create it, and that's what we do. But the contract says at the end of the month, if the stock closes at or above the agreed price, we sell the stock to them, we get our $20 back, plus the $1.20 from day one. Therefore, I've got my $20, I've got my $1.20, I repeat the process. But the contract says if the stock at the end of the month, because it can close under $20, we don't know what it's going to do, but the contract says if the stock at the end of the month closes under $20, then the contract expires worthless. That person walks away from the deal. I keep the stock, I keep my income that I received from day one, and I repeat the process next month on the existing stock.
George, that's amazing. I had no idea that you could work the share market in that way rather than have the share market work you.
Look, Anna, most people know the stock market is purely one way. Buy some shares, hold them, and hopefully it goes up to make money. But with this strategy, we're generating a monthly income irrespective of which way the market goes. It doesn't need a lot of time. We average about 60 minutes a month, and it doesn't need a lot of money to start. You just need to start and educate yourself.
If I want to educate myself, what do I do?
Look, we're running a series of events around Australia. They can either go to focusbeyond.com or they can go to incomebreakthrough.com.au, which lists all our upcoming events, and they can come along and listen to me present, and by all means they can ask any question they like and I'll be able to answer it and even show live data for them to be able to see it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I know how valuable it is, and we really appreciate you lending some of your knowledge to Meraki TV viewers.
You're very welcome. I look forward to seeing everybody soon. Thank you.
Hi Meraki, so I've moved on from Greece and now I'm in Croatia and I'm doing a sale, and it is through the company of Bus About. It is an 8-day sale and 2 days of it you are in a hotel. Apart from the most amazing scenery, every day we have gotten 3-hour swim stops, and that includes jumping off the top level of our boat, and I was so scared, but it is so well worth it. But if you're a bit scared, just jump off the first level, it's still fun. They provide you with donuts and floaties, and you just swim around in the ocean for as long as you want, and they provide you with lunch after. You meet the best people, and they are your roommates, they are your new friends for the whole week, and you go to dinners with them, you go partying. We went to pub crawls every night, we went to bars, we had happy hour on our boat. It was completely amazing. And when I mean by partying, we did the biggest partying, and we attended the 3-day festival of Ultra Music Festival, which is held in Split, and it was amazing. Apart from the first night being cancelled because we got rained out on, the second night turned out to be so good. We actually broke the world record in the world because we played a 16-hour straight sets, and that included the DJs of DJ Snake, David Guetta and Nero, and they were amazing. And on the last day, which was the Sunday, was the best day. We actually had the biggest fireworks for the festival, and when I saw the sunrise, I couldn't believe that I made it 2 full days at a festival. I highly recommend it. You're going to have so much fun.
Ζαλίζομαι από το πολύ ποτό. Τα χείλη σου μυρίζουν αλκοόλ. Μα δεν με νοιάζει, δεν με πειράζει. Αποστέλω να τα γι' αυτό. Τι κατάκα, τι κατά. Άκου πως εκεί η καρδιά μου για σένα παλαμάκα σου χτύπα. Στο ρυθμό της χόρεψες για μένα.
valetsalons.com.au. Enjoy the ultimate Hollywood hair and body experience right here in Kogarah with Valet. Mention Meraki TV for a $25 hair treatment free with any service. valetsalons.com.au. The Many Faces of Hellenic Culture, a fascinating read by author Billy Kotsis, who takes us to the Greek colonies of the Mediterranean, Black Sea, Asia Minor and the Middle East. Available from Amazon and anywhere good Greek books are sold.
Hi guys, it's Anna Savo here, and I want to take a minute to tell you about a documentary initiative by Mezedakia and Meraki TV. It's about recording the stories of our elder generation, stories of war, migration, courage, fear, love, joy and new beginnings. If you are willing to share yours or know of a family member, please drop me a line at annasavo@meraki.tv so I can send you some information. It will only take about an hour, and every participant will receive a copy of their full interview on DVD to keep for themselves. The interviews will be edited to be shown here on Meraki TV and also collated into our full feature-length documentary. That email again, annasavo@meraki.tv. Now back to the show.
Hi, welcome to Helen's Cuisine. I'm here to teach you guys how to cook Greek in under 30 minutes. Today I'm going to show you baklava, but with a little bit of a twist. We're going to put chocolate in there. It's really important to have your sugar syrup cold when you're adding it to your baklava. So we're going to prepare the sugar syrup a little bit earlier than we do our baklava. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, a little bit of cinnamon clove and a cinnamon stick. And let that simmer on a medium heat just for about 15 minutes. Let's start with the basic ingredients of a baklava. Today, we're using a bit of a combination of almonds and walnuts, all chopped up. For that, you're going to need probably about a cup. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Caster sugar, it's nice and refined, about a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of ground clove. Our secret ingredient for today is about a cup of these beautiful little chocolate chips. In that goes 1 egg white. Mix that all up so you're getting a nice little sticky consistency here, which is going to help us roll the baklava fingers. Keeping your filo moist is really key to making these really simple to roll. We're going to take 1 piece of filo pastry for each of our butter section. Our melted butter to this recipe is really important. You want lots of butter on that filo on each layer. To this, we're going to add 3 layers of filo pastry, but in between, lots of butter. This particular recipe is so easy that out of this, we're going to get about 12 little fingers. That's enough for a dinner party. The next stage to this recipe is adding our nuts into a nice little rolled layer. Make sure you get it right to the edges. I'm going to slowly roll our filo pastry because we want to get that really long cigar effect. We're only going to get to about halfway, guys, because as I said before, this is going to give us at least 12 little fingers. Slice right at the end. Make sure you line your baking tray. The first finger's ready to roll. This is really simple, guys. You all know what it's like when the cousins come over, or the aunties and the uncles, and you've got nothing in the fridge to do. Race out to the shops, get a few nuts, get some eggs, you've got some cinnamon at home, and off you go. What we want is beautiful, delicate little lady fingers. We want those little bite sizes that people are going to love when they come to your house. Nice and even. These are going to cook beautifully. You want to try not to break the pastry as you're cutting through, so you've got to be really delicate with these. It might be an idea just to separate them a little bit because they'll cook even more evenly in the oven. Just before you pop them in the oven, it's a really good idea just to give them that last inch of butter. That's going to make them nice and golden brown on the outside. They're going to be popped in the oven now to about 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. You just want them that nice golden brown. We're simply going to add the sugar syrup, zhuzh them up a bit, and they're ready to eat.
Bethia, I've had an awesome time hanging out with you. I hope you have too. We are, of course, brought to you by George Fokas of Fokas Beyond, education for investing wisely. I'd like to thank our special guests tonight, John Procopiadis and George Fokas, as well as all our very talented and wonderful presenters. Don't forget, if you miss an episode or would like to re-watch, you can jump onto our website or our YouTube channel, where there's different playlists to help you find what you want. You can also subscribe so as to be alerted the second new videos become available. Tonight, I'm going to leave you with what I think is one of the coolest marketing ploys I've seen in a long time. It's a full-length original song and video clip to celebrate the launch of the new taverna in Sydney, George's Koutoukia, featuring some of the best musicians in the country. Hope you love it as much as me. Until next week, Bethia, Vilakia from me, Anna Savo.
της Γεωργίτσας στο Koutoukia. Με την πιο καλή παρέα θα περάσουμε ωραία. Με την πιο καλή παρέα θα περάσουμε ωραία. Είναι ο Παναής ρε μάγκα, φίνος πρώτος στη κιθάρα. Η Γεωργίτσα στο τραγούδι θα καεί το πελεκούδι. Η Γεωργίτσα στο τραγούδι θα καεί το πελεκούδι. Έλα φίλε μου απόψε και τις έννοιες όλες διώξε, με κρασί και με μπουζούκι στη Γεωργίτσα στο Koutoukia. Με κρασί και με μπουζούκι στη Γεωργίτσα στο Koutoukia.
Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Fokas of Fokas Beyond, education for investing wisely.